Hello friends, welcome back to our CCNA 200-301 series. Today is video number 64. In video number 64, we are going to discuss DHCP Relay Agent. As per our subscriber request, I am doing this one because we are going to use this topic in our network, that is security. Network security, we have some fundamental security things, that is in the security we are going to discuss the DHCP Relay Agent. So before that one, it is good to know idea about what is DHCP Relay Agent feature and what is the use of this feature in our network. So we are going to discuss this one in this video, and I am going to cover some more topic in coming video, whatever is pending. Then after that, we are going to start security fundamental. Okay. So see, DHCP Relay Agent. This is important also. Try to understand. Before going this one, let me show you. See here, as you remember, we have DHCP server, and in our life we are using the IP dynamically. All our smart device getting the IP address from the router, and in our companies also, in our organization, we are seeing whenever we connect our laptop to our LAN cable, automatically we are getting the IP address. So how we are getting this one? We already covered this in our previous video, but I am giving the overview. Then we are going to the main topic. So with the help of DHCP server, we are getting the IP address. That is dynamically we are getting the IP address. What is the use of DHCP server? Example, in my organization, if I have 500 machines, 500 hosts, that is 500 computer, it is difficult for me to go to each and every computer and assign the IP address. Okay, if I do something wrong, or maybe I put default gateway as something wrong, they will not work and it will take time. And if we want to change anything, again I have headache. We need many resources to do this one. To overcome these types of problem, we use DHCP server. We can make this configuration in our router, as well as we can take the Windows server and we can install the DHCP server. We have different application we can run and we can configure by using the graphical interface. We can do that one also. Okay. So with the help of DHCP server, we will receive the IP address to our computer. So what we will have when we connect our computer, that is host, to the LAN cable, he will send the DHCP discover message. He is saying this is the broadcast message. He will send because our laptop don't know what is the IP address of the DHCP server. That's why what he will do, he will broadcast. He will send to all saying that I need IP, I need IP. So laptop will send the DHCP discovery message. This will be the broadcast because he don't know the IP address. So it will send and it will receive by the DHCP server, and he will offer the one IP address. He will offer one IP address. The IP host will again send the request. He will offer one IP address. He will say I can use this one. Then DHCP server acknowledge, okay, you can use this one. That is saying laptop, okay, use this information. So laptop will take that one, and when we close our laptop or remove the LAN card, another guy can get that same IP. Okay, that is the dynamically we are getting. So we already done this DHCP server with normal switch, and we already configure a DHCP server in our router also. In previous video, if you see, I did not remember which video number or day number, but we already done this configuration and everyone know. But now the new question is, if you see, we have one router here. Example, if I have one router here, this is router, and here this is the network 192.168.2.1, and here I have another interface. I have here 192.168.1.1. This interface is connected to one switch, and here we have some client. That is client, we can say DHCP client. That is our machine, our host computer. PC1, PC2, PC3, you can say. We are saying a DHCP client to our machines. Okay. And this is switch SW1. And we have one more switch here also. This is the switch SW2. And here we have one DHCP server. Let us assume we have DHCP server. We are running one Microsoft server, and we install the DHCP application or anything. Example, I assign the IP address 192.168.2.254 or something. So this is IP address for the DHCP server, and default gateway we will give the interface, whatever the router interface IP, that will be the default gateway. So I wrote 2.1, this is a default gateway, this is IP, and this is gateway. Okay, so this one given, and now here we have some our DHCP client, that is PC, PC1, PC2. So whenever we are connecting our LAN cable and it is selected automatically, this PC will get the IP address from this DHCP server. But this PC, when we connect to our LAN cable and select it automatic IP address, we will not get the IP address here. Why it is not getting? Because this is different network and this is different network. Okay, they are both are in different network. They cannot get. Why? Because router will not broadcast. Router will not broadcast. When I connected my PC to our switch LAN cable, when I connected our LAN cable to our switch and selected our IP address as automatic, that one, then our PC will broadcast that I need the IP address. That broadcast message will go to the router, and router will discard that packet, because router did not forward the broadcast message. So to overcome this feature, what we will do, we will enable the DHCP Relay Agent in this router. So with the help of DHCP Relay Agent, this client from this network also get the IP address. How we will get? We need to put one command, that is IP helper command, in this one. So this router will enable the feature of DHCP relay. Okay, and when this router will enable the DHCP relay, this router will convert the broadcast message from this network to unicast message, and he will add that gateway IP address, this IP address, and he will send the unicast to the DHCP server, and DHCP server will receive and he will reply, and the reply message, unicast message, will come to router, and router again going to broadcast that message to back to the same network. Okay, so see here, DHCP Relay Agent. With the help of DHCP Relay Agent feature, the router will forward the DHCP request to the client towards the DHCP server. When the DHCP server reply, it will forward back to the client. Okay, without Relay Agent feature, router will not forward the packet. Router will discard the packet, means he will drop the packet. In simple words, you can say router will drop the packet when he receive, because this DHCP message will be broadcast. So router will not forward the broadcast messages, as we know already. So what he will do, with the help of IP helper command, the router will going to convert that broadcast message into unicast message and forward to the DHCP server, and get the reply from DHCP server and convert again back to broadcast message and send to the network, back to the network. When they are doing this one, they will add this IP address. They will add this IP address in the packet, so the server know from this message received from this network, and this same request need to return back to that same network. So that's why they will add the packet. They will add the gateway IP address in the packet. If you use the Wireshark, you will get that one, or if you capture the packet in our packet tracer, you can see that one also, DHCP Relay Agent packet. Okay, but now how we are going to configure that DHCP Relay Agent in this router? We need to go to this interface and write the IP address, IP helper address, and write the whatever IP address we have for the DHCP server. You need to write that IP address. So this is a command. With this command, we enable the feature DHCP Relay Agent in our router. So with the help of this relay agent, our different network client is getting the IP address from the DHCP server. This is a concept. I hope you understand, right? If you have any command, no problem, write in the command. We are replying to each and every command. So we will help you. We will try to reply you. Okay. So now I will open our packet tracer to show you this lab. To save the time, I already configure so many things. Let me show you. First of all, just I want to show you what I configure. Then we are going to do the lab. Okay. So I already maximize this one. So now if you see, I have one router. That is, you can take any model. I am taking the 2811, this model, the router 0. Router 0 is the default name. You can change anything, no problem. We have two interface, F0 by 0, F0 by 1. I assign the IP address 192.168.1.1/24. I am not doing subnetting. If you like, you can do subnetting also, but I am using the normal one. This is a class C/24. So I taken this one, I assign this IP address to this interface, I assign this IP address to this interface. I connected to switch, I connected multiple PC. Same thing I done here also, and I assigned the static IP address. I did not put dynamic, I assigned the static IP address 192.168.2.254. Why I assigned 254? Your wish, you can assign anything. I assigned 254 last IP, and then I configure in this one. So let me show you what I configure in this. Okay, so let me open this server. I open the server. This is a server. So first of all, I need to go to the desktop and I need to configure the IP address 192.168.2.254, and this is a default subnet mask what we are getting for class C, and default gateway is 192.168.2.1. This is a router interface. Okay, so this IP I assign. Okay, now what I will do, I will go in the services, and in services you will see DHCP. So I will not use the V6, I will use DHCP because I am using IPv4 configuration for this lab. So I will select this one. Before it is off, so we need to on this. Then what we need to do, we need to assign the pool. How we will assign? Example, this is a default pool I taken. We need to write the default gateway. So I am assigning this one. So this is a default gateway 192.168.2.1. So I will write that one here 192.168. This one I am saying. Okay. So ABC is this one. We need to assign two pool. This is one, this is one. So we will have the IP address for both. So this one I am assigning 192.168.2.1. So what I done, I created a pool ABC 192.168.2.1 is the default gateway, and the IP address is 192.168.2.2. Start from 2.2 I am saying. And the subnet mask will be the default class C, and maximum 100 I am giving. Your wish, you can write 200 or whatever the capacity for the IP address depending upon the IP address capacity. So I need 100, I put 100. After that I will add that one, so it will add to our location. And this is a default what we are getting. So in default I put 192.168.1.1. Why I put 1.1? Because this interface we need to assign. So this one 192.168.1.1, this is a router interface, and this interface is nothing but default gateway for our PCs, as well as our this IP addresses what we are going to do the PCs, give the PCs. So this is a default gateway 192.168.1.1, and I need to assign the IP address 192.168.2.0, not 2.0. I will write what this is a network for 1. So I will write 1 dot, let me take this one 1.0 you can write, or I will write 2 because I want to start the IP address from 2. Already I assigned 1. So I will write 192.168.1.2. Same network. Okay, and default subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and I need to assign 100. Then I will save this one. Okay, so if you see here, we save 192.168.1.1, and IP will start from 192.168.1.2, and there is a subnet mask 255.255.0. Okay, so this one we already configure. DHCP server is ready. Now after that I will go to any machine. This machine I will put in static, then I will put to dynamic. This machine is from this network. So without doing the relay, without enabling the DHCP relay feature, it will work because this is in the same network here only. So it will work. So I will put here DHCP server is requesting, and 192.168.2.3 we receive 2.3, and default gateway is 192.168.2.1. So same network. So I get this IP address from this server. Okay, so no problem. But if I go this network, if I go here, here is the static. If I put DHCP, that is dynamically, we will not get the IP address. We will get request fail. See, DHCP fail, APIPA is used. Means APIPA is the IP address. Whatever, if our machine is failed to get from DHCP server, our machine itself assigning one IP address, that is APIPA. We are going to discuss that APIPA in later video. So with the help of this one, we get the APIPA IP address, but this is not correct IP as we need in the network. So why we are not getting the IP? Because our machine is sending the broadcast message, and router is dropping the packets here only, because till now we did not configure. So now we need to configure. How we are going to configure? I need to go to the router. So let me maximize this one here like this. I need to go inside the router. Okay, so I will go inside the router. First of all, we need to check, did we configure everything? I will write show IP interface brief. So now we have the IP address. Ethernet 0 by 0 is here, 192.168.1.1, this is okay, and here 2.1, this is also okay. All ports are up, everything is good. Now we need to go in the global configuration mode to configure anything. Then we need to go to this interface. Whatever interface of the network, we need to go in that interface and give the IP helper ID. So I will go to that interface, IP interface F0 by 0. So we are inside that interface. Then I will write IP helper address. After that I need to write the DHCP server IP address. So what is the DHCP server IP address? 192.168.2.254, right? If you have confusion, I will show you this one, 192.168.2.254. okay. So I will give this IP address. After giving this IP address, finish, our work is finished. If you want to save the configuration, you can save, or I save the configuration. This work is finished, everything is finished. Now I can go to this PC and I will put here again static. Then again I am going to put this one dynamic, and it will request. Now we have the correct IP address, 192.168.1.2, and default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and the default gateway is 192.168.1.1. This is this interface IP address. So we get the IP address, okay. So now we can ping from this side to our DHCP server. I will write, I need to ping, so I will go here, I will write ping. I will write the IP address 192.168.2.254, right? 254. This is the IP address for the DHCP server. So I can ping that one. Okay. I hope you understand, right? If you want, let me do here also. I will open this computer. I will click here. I get 2.3. So I will ping from here also 2.3. Okay. So I will 2.3. So we will ping and we will get the reply. Okay. See, request reply is coming. So now in this lab, what we learn that, example, if in my organization I have 3 branches of my company. One is location A, one is location B, one is location C, and we are using private LAN, and only one DHCP server is located in head office. In branches we don't have DHCP server, even though our machine is getting the IP address. So how we are getting that one means with the help of DHCP, this one relay agent feature. With the help of DHCP relay agent feature, just remember our DHCP server and client need to communicate, but DHCP client send the broadcast message and router will not forward this message. To overcome this issue, we are using DHCP relay agent feature. How this feature is going to enable in our router with the help of command IP helper address, and we need to write the DHCP server IP address. Okay, I hope you understand, you enjoy this video. I am trying to teach as simple as possible. I am not taking long detail. I am trying to focus the main concept. I hope you understand the concept. If you feel this is okay and you are understanding my videos, write in the comments, so we will have the idea that we are teaching good, and we are have the idea that our subscriber is learning from our video. Okay, thank you very much. Subscribe to our videos, share with your friend who is interested in CCNA 200-301 series.